Greetings collectors and welcome to today's retro game review. You join us in part 8 of the Sega Saturn Capcom Fighter miniseries. In the last episode we saw how Capcom were able to consolidate the Street Fighter series in the Street Fighter collection, a rather neat 3-game package of the old and the new. By November 1997, the X-Men universe and Street Fighter universe were both well established with gamers. Capcom decided that it was time that they squared up to each other in a single game, in X-Men vs Street Fighter. It's perhaps best to start with the physical release of the game, as it is somewhat different to the normal Capcom releases. Although you can buy a single game edition, the game was also used to promote the expanded 4MB memory cartridge for the Sega Saturn. The extra memory enabled smoother graphics with extra frames of animation, and just all out helped push the capability of the system. The game case and manual are all to the fine standard of the Capcom Saturn releases, and overall this feels like a collection in itself. Out of the box, expect 16 playable characters from the world of Street Fighter and X-Men. You could now have epic lineups such as Cammy vs Juggernaut. The specials are in here, as well as an excellent combo system. What really set this one apart though was the tag system. This was a 2-on-2 affair. Select your team of any two of the characters and face off against your opponents. When things start getting tough against a certain opponent, switch out and use your teammate. This mechanic in itself drastically changed the way we played Capcom fighting games. It provided variation and more tactics than previously available. The other element to notice here is the scrolling convention. Up until this point in time, all Street Fighter games had no vertical scrolling. No matter how high you jumped or were thrown in the air, the camera would remain locked. This was in stark contrast to both Children of the Atom and Marvel Superheroes lines of games. Interestingly, X-Men vs Street Fighter opts for the vertical screen scrolling, as well as character designs more in line with the Marvel games. So in fact, although the game is titled X-Men vs Street Fighter, the game is very much designed as Street Fighter characters in a game using Marvel gaming conventions. This soon becomes apparent, as the game is brighter and bolder than the Zero series, moves are more exaggerated, and the game itself feels as if it should fit within the Marvel universe of games. Although a bit of a mashup in styles, it's incredible how well the two Capcom worlds unite. The game feels very well balanced, and it's certainly a triumph for the first Versus game in the series. Its importance in gaming history shouldn't be overlooked. This was the origin of a whole branch of games for Capcom. We would see Marvel Superheroes vs Street Fighter vs Tekken, Marvel vs Capcom, and even Tatsunoko vs Capcom. X-Men vs Street Fighter was a game that really spoke to gamers and Marvel fans. It delivered the excitement and energy of the Marvel style with the sophistication and experience of a Street Fighter game. This truly is a best-in-class game on the Sega Saturn, and I can't recommend it highly enough. 1997 was coming to an end though. We had seen excellent outings from Street Fighter and Marvel. There was however a third voice, still wanting to be heard in the background. Away from the spotlight, a horror was calling to gamers. By April 1998, Capcom unleashed Vampire Savior, the Lord of Vampires on the Sega Saturn. Join me in the next episode as we investigate the game most of us know as Darkstalkers 3.